14th Legion? Coincidence? No way. We are a realm divided. Adventure, an alliance in name only. A Realm Reborn? A Realm Reborn? It's a Realm Reborn. Final Fantasy. You hear about Commodore Rainer's investigation? Then you'll want to board a ferry board for Eelport. Once you arrive in Western Lunacia, though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of Novice before you blunder in Sestacia. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sea Grot. The hall is on the way to Sestacia, just north of Eelport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. I already did this. The ferry is bound for Eelport. Are you riding with us? Yep. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jackets sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Sestacia Sea Grot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter the epic tales have you believe, strolling into a den of savagery alone would be a height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. And you shall need the training we here at the Hall of a Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him, and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. I already did all the missions. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it'll be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Sestacia Sea Grot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. This is the same thing, right? Yeah, it's the same bullshit. Yeah, it's the same thing. I thought so. Just tell me you're here on the Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship been slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of the cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sestacia here, we weren't entirely surprised. I have yet to see them for myself, but if this lot begins to those fishback fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, you're tasked to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who you're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue-faced tattoos. Duty support unlocked. Sestacia, now accessible. I think that's everyone. We got a tank and a healer. Besides, I'm not always gonna have people here to carry me through a dungeon. Duty commenced. I ain't doing shit. I don't even have an AoE. Sucks. NPCs do not use AoE attacks. They also don't pull a shitload, I imagine. Loot is impacted? Okay. Wait, what do you mean? I spent all day sleeping, which is very abnormal for me. Cutscene. Shh. You solely are spawning grounds, Shorewalker. Your tab targeting stopped working? That's weird. And it's done. I leveled up. Oh my god, it's one of the fish packs. You can't say that. I don't know, the racism's rubbing off on me apparently. It's probably pirates. Where are we going? Back to Limsa Laminza. Aye, such a task was on the books. Was mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Might you be the adventurer accepted the job of investigating Sestacia? Nod. It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor, none of the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter, the wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lawfully though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as we earn us a place in the songs of every Ayahas and Yorzia. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal, large or small? It matters not. Only have a star to reach for you and will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? What goes are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, my lady. By the way, chat, thank you so much for helping me with the dungeon so I don't have to wait. Back then, Arya, with all your limbs and a tail to tell, I'll wager. Fishbacks and there I was thinking you'd only have a crack a pirate skull or 3, 7 hells, you turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastards set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. He said it! Like, what do you want from me? Like, he said the word. Still sounds like you left him in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning, unless that was a planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sistasha, of course. Any road, all well that ends well. Thanks for shedding some light on this mystery. I need to get it done, lass, you always do. Now then, you're dying for a rest, and just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk in need of adventure that can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Party finder unlocked. I didn't know I was gonna deal with so much fucking racism when I played this game. Like an excessive amount. This game got a lot of it. Ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know. Whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it'd pose any trouble for an adventurer to survive the bedlam of Sistasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have a words with Mother Muin, me counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, lass. Goodbye, Badaron. I can't understand what you're saying half the time, but I don't voice the class quest, so it's something I just quickly do. Oh my god, they're going so fast you can barely keep up. That's so cute. I like the jeans on that one. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitresses will come to take your... Oh, not here to dine. Dare I hope you're the adventurer Badaron sent word about? You are? The matron be praised. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mayon, and the Carlin canopy is my place. With regard to your task in question, there is a fair bit to tell you. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details and I shall brief you. Lurkers, if you think Whooith is great, don't say anything. Scene. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Big patterns for interrupting my own, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none step forward? And good morrow to you too, Bowlord. Your need be pressing indeed, and for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is your journey has been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one that comes highly recommended at that. I was supposed to say, why'd they call him Bowlord? But he has a bow on his back. And I think he's like the person who teaches you how to shoot the bow or whatever. I don't fucking know. It's the trainer over. I'm not even sure. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Bowlord. Storlord. Now time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deep Crofts. The place was once a Gilmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deep Croft with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Delamud, a doomsday cult which sprung upon prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deep Croft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the exile at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? Nod. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the deep crofts and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will praise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear. May the crystal guide you and keep you. I just need to grab the 8th right there. 8th right. You're Lyra Mayori, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bowlord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the deep croft and purge it of the lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the calamity put an end to the 6th astral era. The cultists took the lesser moon Dalamud for their god, believing that it would deliver them from such devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stroke the flames of their fanaticism. The lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfering with coming of their Lord and Savior, and it's now their sacred duty to avenge them. Whatever it is they're doing in the deep croft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Orzia at large, put an end to their madness. Boss time. Monk be like, I just don't want to play melee. I don't like positionals. If they removed all the positionals from the game, I would play melee. Summons me from the void or whatever. It's Cthulhu. You unfortunately have to do mechanics on this stupid boss. He's dead though. Oh my god, I leveled again. What a surprise. He's just straight up a mind player. He's just straight up a mind player. I got the loot. Thank you again, chat. Back we go. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. I'm having a lot of fun. It's just straight up is a mind player. Welcome back, Lyra. I am reliably informed that your foray into the deep croft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Badaron's re-endorsement left me in a little doubt as your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Bolard Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. She thunk. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. I appreciate it, Silly. Thank you so much for helping out. Avery's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of the range before I could finish the spell. This is definitely a scene from an isekai right here. Thanks for playing. It was fun. I'm glad to hear it. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Back to the house within this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel through this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Holy shit. Oh, and by the way, I have some parting advice. Get rid of Avir's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please forgive me. Why is she carrying around Avir's head? Seems like this has become all too common. That makes 12 times in half as many days. I see why I'm grateful for adventures of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much as it, at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. I'll do that though later. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word and I will be glad to share the details with you. Loot! I got some loot. So you're not adverse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild of Inolda. Once you arrive, seek out Mamodi, the pro-priestess of the quicksand. Think of her as the Sultan's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Lyra, and good luck. Alright, time to go to Ulda. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it that you ain't here for ale. Are you called Lyra Mayori by any chance? Mion sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started. So let's talk business, shall we? The petitioner ought to be arriving at any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under the sun I would have set a fire. A tankard of ale if you would be so kind. He's got a fucking mustache. Excellent timing, Papa Sean. It just so happens the adventurer who'll be handling your petition is here. This winsome lass is the so much lauded adventurer. Is she marvelous, marvelous? A pleasure to make your acquaintance, my lady. I am Papa Sean, formerly of the Sultan's Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to praise Lyra of her mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecaton Chairs. I don't know if that was right. Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depth of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The adventurers are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, my lady. The people of that age used Hecatonchi, I don't know how to say that, to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is often the way of such tales, these enchantments often eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the word, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So as that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Coppermell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. She said fortnight. It said the mines were being reopened as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 300 years. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at the Coppermell mine so long as they remained. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is at the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great. So I beg of you, put an end to this sorry business. Nod. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in western Thonalon. Do take care you here. Oh, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of the Amagina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Misa, and he knows Coppermell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Behoove? Looking for a Painted Misa? You found him. So you're an adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, miss. I just hope you've got the skills to go get with them, because things ain't pretty down there. The hecka whatever left the place in a right state, and nearly a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second old dynasty was still young, and it abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for a rebuilding effort, the concern would have never thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountains worthy of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery grind to a halt for want of aught to be built with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you on the way in. The hopes of the nation resting on you, friend. Best of luck. I have no chauffeur I'm gonna run. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from there. Well, you're the adventurer who volunteered to quell the... I can't even know I don't know how to pronounce that word. I didn't think that the Papashan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come inside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. I like how we just replaced one missionist for another. Apparently you're getting backseated. You hate this, that you got backseated. We did it. I just got an AoE, but I can't even use it. Okay, that was kind of funny. Oopsies. Oh my god. Did you do that on purpose? You just waited until they were running towards it and then did it? That's fucking insane. That's funny as fuck. Totally. That's so funny. It's actually too bad that you can't actually be a healer until you hit a higher level. Even though I intend to be a healer, I can't actually heal until level 30. Yeah, I'm an avid Final Fantasy player. I've been playing since A Realm Reborn, like original. I know the story's good now. Slave no more, free. Oh my god, they're busting out chat. Boss time. I started just about 2 years ago, but I slacked off main story quest. I'm post Endwalker right now. Endwalker is my favorite expansion. Hands down the best expansion, actually. I started taking the game like really seriously in Stormblood, but again, I never really paid attention to the story until pretty much now. I'm really enjoying the story so far, and I'm only up to this part. Who is this dude? Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Sean the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Mamodi. I'll do the woman well to see you alive in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I did nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. What rot, you refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm gonna say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades. You know, help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a responsible man. Oh, sorry, I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. What the fuck? But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of you. I swear on me mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with my coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat my child to a decent meal. Who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this memories farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. Oh no, I'm being attacked. What the fuck? I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hells do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. As you wouldn't be mistaken. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? Simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same happening in other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced, Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them. It truly does. But I'd be lying if I said that wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Meow. Well, if things do take the turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlium Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Think of the hydrate. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know that this place is like, if you've got no coin, you've got no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your Dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Madam, are you alright? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What now? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Is just Tolo hiding behind the fucking pillar right there? She's right there. I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless you, adventure. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about. Meow. Sheila said I'm a sneaky cat. You think I wouldn't notice she was right there? Ever the selfless hero I see. It's been a while, adventure. It's been like, I don't know, like a few hours. Wait, what? I've been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa Mensa. You discharge your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you've displayed unfaltered courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariable to serve the general good, whether you mean it to or not. It is a happy knack, and one which speaks volumes for your character. Yet for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me the most. I speak of the visions you experience, visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I'm not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the selfsome talent, you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause, a cause which would greatly benefit for your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Think of my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Mum Adi, the proprietress of the Quicksand, is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have chosen by the scions of the seventh dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Oh my god, the scions! Oh my god, this is like the best day ever. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, if you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go past me every time you graze your knee. And of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. Lyra, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off the carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd be hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every the adventure Mion said you'd be, Lyra. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing your description, I knew who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing your time. I realize you don't know me, and I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ada. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one. If truth be told, anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name is Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer. and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of a woman you are, of all you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired just as Severe once was. So I decided to start again as an adventurer. I would go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first to ask you your name. Hilya Hooties, I shouldn't forget. Thank you. I pray that we meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. I thought it'd be a right pain in the ass looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post. I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Lyra. What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest then? Listen, Lyra, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're so certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can.
She's pink and she's glowing, her hair stays flowing and she drops hot takes like she just don't care. Your precious lady is about to arrive. Wouldn't advise getting on her bad side. Don't know if she has talent, but she just might. Everybody questioning who the best druid around is. Like who is? It's the pretty pink icon. Whooith.